All right, so our next section, we're going to go ahead and jump into email and talk about email marketing here for a little bit. So I'll go ahead and jump over. The first and really main point that we want to talk about is email list segmentation. So this is, not only, is email still proven to be one of the best ways to reach customers, one of the most direct and most effective ways to communicate with people online, but segmenting can just even, increase that and help you do even better. So you can see the stat there, when marketers are segmenting their lists, their open rates, their deliverability, and their revenue is all going up. So these don't have to be complicated, segmentations. We're just talking about things as simple as, different locations. Maybe you are a tourist business, so you have some locals who buy from you, but then you also have people in different geographic areas. Target people based off of that. Is it items that you want to ship nationwide, or you don't want to ship? You can sort of segment your email list and actually target the products that you're promoting based off of that location. Purchase history, that is a huge one. If you have a POS system, where you can go in and say, okay, show me who has spent $100 in the last 60 days, or who hasn't purchased from me in the last 6 months, or whatever that criteria that you're thinking of. Go into your POS, generate a list, and then target an email to those people. Like I said, maybe it is going after those VIP customers that are purchasing from you, super regularly, and you want to extend a special offer to them. Or maybe you're even having a customer appreciation night only for VIPs, this holiday season, something like that. But also don't forget those customers that maybe have fallen off. Reaching out to them specifically, saying, hey, we miss you. Here's 20% off to come back in and buy another product. So definitely you can be segmenting off of that. And then a couple other thoughts. If you know the customer's preferred brands or what product or lines they're interested in. Or if you offer services or services in conjunction to products, what are they coming in for haircuts, or are they coming in to get their nails done? If you know that information, absolutely you can and should be segmenting your emails based off of that.
Yeah, one of my favorite segmentation lists based off of location. Huge snowstorm hit, and so they actually sent out a specific coupon to people who were in that certain location because they were online only, and they said, hey, it's your snow day, here's 20% off. So it was a great way for an online business to seem relevant in their customers' inbox. But yeah, you can't beat better open rates.
Right.
So our second tip here is going to be design with CTA or call to action buttons. So in email, once we get that open, because our list is segmented and we're doing a great job, we want to make sure that the purpose of the email is obvious, especially when we're, here in this fourth quarter, everyone's busy and there's a ton of email marketing happening. So whenever someone would open up an email for an open house, for example, we want to make it super obvious for them to click that RSVP now button. Or on this right-hand side, you can see this is a Snap Retail template, and we actually have that product widget in there where someone can buy directly in an email by clicking that Buy Now button. A great way of doing this, it can simply be an image, but I would recommend using a color from your template so that it sticks out. You can see both RSVP Now and Buy Now. It's something, that it's obvious. It's that call to action, and it's giving you, this is what I want you to do, and it's short and it's sweet. If you just have links within your text paragraphs, saying, hey, you can check out our website here, or blah, 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 that's not as obvious as a color image with a short, brief call to action. And, just a quick little reminder over here, don't forget to send yourself a test email and also view that test email on mobile to see how that call to action button looks on a mobile device as well.
Absolutely, and just, making sure it's big enough for the thumbs to click on and get through. I know, that's a problem for me. All right, so we've given you a tip on who to send to, on the email design. Now our last tip for email is going to be on how to get people to open it. So that is all about the subject line. Stats really say that 35% of people choose whether or not to open that message based completely on the subject line, subject line alone. So it's huge. So a couple of tips here. The first thing you want to do is make it actionable. Use verbs, use words that are sort of setting the stage for what you want the customer to do. That just overall has better open rates. It sort of gives people a purpose with the subject line. So our example here is, forward this wish list to your husband, which is great. So, just something that people, sort of right off the bat, they understand the need, they ask and they can take action on it. Number 2, definitely keep your subject line short. Really, for mobile devices and to make sure it's fully displaying there, you want to be less than 32 characters. You certainly never want to be over 50 characters for really any inbox. So you can see, 5 gifts under $50, short and sweet. That's also intriguing me. What are the gifts? And all of that type of thing. But definitely keep it short. Number 3, try using emojis for sure. If you haven't done this, there's a lot of different websites you can go to and sort of see a listing of all the emojis that are available, and then go ahead and use those in your subject line. If you are a Snap customer or you're thinking of becoming a Snap subscriber, our system does support emojis, so you can just paste them right into the subject line box, and that will go out to your customers. And not only is it just sort of a personal, cool little touch to the subject line, but we have actually shown that sometimes that helps to avoid certain spam folders. The emojis sort of, throws it into the inbox because it almost like, not that we're giving you like dirty shortcuts, but it sort of trips the spam filter. It doesn't, know what to do with that emoji, so it goes ahead and allows it to go into the inbox. Specifically, we're sort of talking about Gmail and that promotions tab, that so many emails go into. So sometimes emojis will actually keep you out of that, which is excellent for your open rates. Number 4, make it personal. Use personalization, if at all possible. If you can use those tokens or tags, different systems call them different things, but have the person's actual first name fill in. That's always a great thing. We used our friend Kelly here in this example. Stay in your PJs, Kelly, and shop online for Cyber Monday. So another very popular one is like a special offer, for Zoe or something like that. Often throwing the first name in there is a great way to get that open. And then lastly, share what's trending, sort of the pop culture references, holiday references, different things like that. This is a little Game of Thrones reference we've snuck in here because Zoe and I are both huge fans of Game of Thrones, so winter is coming, stay warm with these picks. But anyway, you can sort of showcase your brand, be humorous, be interesting. That's always going to boost those rates.
Yeah, so if Brian and I are your target audience, definitely do a Game of Thrones subject line. We're also in the chat right now. I'm pasting in a link to our 50 powerful holiday subject lines. This was a part of this week's Tips Tuesday. It's a free guide. It has 50 subject lines along the lines of these 5 tips. So just pasted that in there. Click on that link and download your free guide so that it's just a lot of inspiration for you to make sure that you're sending the best possible subject line. Yep. All right, so we talked a little bit about, a couple social tips to help boost those holiday sales, boosting, holiday sales by including a buy now button in email and getting better open rates, things along those lines.